Chapter 1. The Arrival. Marcus Stongen. As I stepped through the heavy iron gates, a chilling wave of uncertainty washed over me. The air was thick with despair and the scent of damp stone, mingling with the distant echoes of locked doors. I could feel the castle-like walls closing in, towering and oppressive, each crack and crevice whispering the secrets of those who had come before. The Gothic architecture loomed around me, a maze of hallways filled with flickering fluorescent lights that did little to chase away the shadows. Fear gripped me, but I quickly learned to hide it beneath a stoic exterior. As I took my first steps into the chaotic hum of the prison yard, I scanned the faces of my fellow inmates. Here, time would stretch infinitely, every tick of the clock a reminder of my new reality. Little did I know that behind these bars, I would discover a world of unexpected connections and resilience. Chapter 2. The Art of Survival. As I sat alone in my cramped cell, the weight of confinement pressed down on me like a thick fog. The air was stale, filled with echoes of despair, and I realized I needed a way to cope, an escape beyond these cold stone walls. That's when I found my salvation, my sketchbook. Each blank page became a canvas for my thoughts and emotions, a refuge where my troubled heart could express itself through art. I started sketching the world around me, the glimmers of light filtering through the bars, the fleeting moments of laughter between inmates, and even the sorrow etched on the faces of those I'd come to know. With each stroke of my pencil, I transformed my pain into something beautiful, reminding myself that creativity could flourish even in this desolate place. This art became my lifeline, a means to survive the shadows while I yearned for redemption and freedom. Chapter 3. Breaking Lucy. As I sit here, the weight of my past suffocates me like the heavy bars enclosing this place. The day I was arrested feels like a distant nightmare, yet the chaos that led me here echoes in my mind. I never intended to become entangled in the dark web of drug trafficking. It was a series of choices, even small ones, that spiraled out of control. I remember the frantic calls, the deceitful glances, and the naive belief that I could navigate the mess without consequences. Amid the confusion, I hear the silent screams of people I once tried to help, individuals caught in the same relentless cycle of poverty and desperation. Here in this sterile room filled with shadows, I seek solace in storytelling, breaking the silence that binds us all. We are more than our mistakes. We are souls yearning for understanding and forgiveness. Chapter 4. Behind Closed Doors. As I walk through the cold, dimly lit corridors of this stark prison, I carry the weight of responsibility that often feels overwhelming. The role of the unofficial medic is both a privilege and a burden. Each day, I engage with men whose lives hang in the balance, some facing physical ailments, others with wounds that run much deeper. The clanging of metal doors serves as a constant reminder that we're all trapped. Yet in this confined space, I've discovered something extraordinary, the bonds of friendship that can flourish even in desolation. I recount the fleeting moments of vulnerability and strength shared with my fellow inmates, their laughter echoing in the stark walls, moments that make the grim reality of our existence bearable. It is in these small exchanges, the act of listening and caring, that I find my purpose, stitching together lives that feel frayed and forgotten, reminding us all that empathy can thrive, even behind closed doors. Chapter 5. Reflections of Regret. As I sit under the dim glow of the fluorescent lights, my sketchbook resting on my lap, I can't escape the memories of that night, the night that altered the course of my life forever. My crime of passion was a tempestuous reaction to betrayal, a momentary lapse that eclipsed all reason. Each stroke of my pencil captures the swirling anguish within me. My art becomes the only outlet for the guilt that clings to my soul like a shadow. I often replay the scene in my mind, searching for some semblance of understanding, a way to grasp the irreparable damage I caused. The longing for forgiveness haunts me. It's not only the forgiveness of those I've hurt, but also a plea for my own redemption. The walls of this prison may confine my body, but through my art I seek to liberate my spirit, hoping one day to find peace within these turbulent memories. Chapter 6. The Weight, Marcus Stone Johnson. As I sit here in the stillness of my cell, the shadows of my past loom larger than the crumbling walls that confine me. I've spent years building a tough exterior, a shield against a world that has shown me nothing but pain. I was raised in a violence-fueled neighborhood where survival meant hardening my heart. But beneath this stoic facade lies a turbulent history of trauma and loss. Loss of family, loss of trust, and eventually a loss of myself. Each memory is a dagger, reminding me of the boy who dreamed of a different life, the one who believed in the goodness of people. As I write, I understand that confronting these ghosts is my only path to healing. Here amidst the turmoil of prison life, I am beginning to accept that vulnerability doesn't equate to weakness. It's a powerful step towards reclaiming my identity and finding strength in brotherhood. Chapter 7. A Glimmer of Hope. Sitting on my cot, I often catch fleeting glimpses of what awaits beyond these steel bars, sunshine filtering through the cracks, a reminder that life continues outside. It's easy to get lost in despair, yet amid this chaos, I cling to dreams of a better future. I've started a small group for inmates eager to navigate the murky waters of the legal system, a flicker of empowerment amidst the darkness. We share stories and strategies, fostering a sense of solidarity that transcends our circumstances. Each meeting becomes a sanctuary of hope, where laughter intertwines with the harsh echoes of prison life. I see determination in their eyes, a reflection of my own yearning to make amends and rebuild. Together, we're not just surviving, we're igniting the possibility of change. Even behind these walls, hope breeds resilience, and I can almost taste the freedom I seek. One small victory at a time. Chapter 8. The Language of Pain. Eli Doc Green. In the dim light of the medical unit, the whispers of sorrow intertwine with the sterile scent of antiseptic. Each day I witness the heavy toll incarceration takes on the minds of my fellow inmates. Pain manifests in many forms: resentment, despair, and the gnawing silence that follows a long, restless night. This chapter offers a glimpse into their struggles and the bittersweet moments of connection that bring flickers of hope. I remember a conversation with Marcus, his eyes heavy with memories, as he confessed his fear of repeating the past. He opened up, and in that moment, vulnerability became our common language. I share stories of those I care for, each one painting a vivid portrait of a spirit longing for healing. Despite the hardened shells, we are all fragile beings desperately searching for solace. Often, it is in each other that we find the first steps toward healing. Chapter 9. The Ties That Bind. As I walk the cold, echoing corridors of this Gothic prison, I often find solace in the bonds we've forged, the friendships that sustain us in this unforgiving environment. We're all here for different reasons, yet each of us carries the weight of our choices, creating a unique sense of solidarity. There's Carlos, who shares his poetry with me during yard time. His verses speak to the human experience, transcending our circumstances. Then there's Malik, who once mentored me in self-defense, showing me strength can come in many forms. We protect one another, forming a makeshift family of misfits, each striving to reclaim a piece of ourselves in the face of despair. Through laughter and shared stories, we find moments of respite, reminding ourselves that even among the shadows of our pasts, we're not alone. Together, we navigate the darkness, forging connections that keep our spirits alive. Chapter 10. The Power of Expression. Narrator, Jasper Jazz Thompson. In the solitude of my cell, I felt a flicker of inspiration ignite, a spark that urged me to bring my fellow inmates into the light through art. I gathered a group of willing souls, each yearning for a voice in a world that so often silences us. Together, we embarked on a collaborative art project, transforming a barren wall in the exercise yard into a vibrant mural, a tapestry of our stories woven together with colors of struggle and resilience. We poured our hearts onto the canvas, each stroke representing a triumph over despair, each color reflecting our dreams dimmed by circumstance. As laughter and collaborations flourished, I witnessed a remarkable transformation. These hardened men and women found solace in sharing their truths, their pain bleeding onto the surface, morphing into a profound expression of humanity. In that moment, we were not just inmates, we were artists, reclaiming our narratives, painting hope amidst shadows. Chapter 11. Shadows of the System. As I sit in this dimly lit cell, the clang of metal doors echoes my thoughts. Flaws abound within the justice system. Each inmate here embodies a cautionary tale, men and women swept away by circumstances far beyond their control. My own winding path led here, a product of countless failures, both societal and personal. The system is like a labyrinth, trapping the vulnerable while offering little hope for redemption. I see mothers separated from their children, young minds that once held promise now dulled by despair. My heart aches not just for myself, but for those who may not get a second chance. Advocacy shouldn't stop at the prison gates. We need to transform the narrative, make it one of rehabilitation and understanding. We must challenge the shadows of this system, lighting a path toward a future that offers more than just confinement, one that offers true justice and compassion. In the heart of despair, even the smallest flickers of joy can pierce through the shadows. I reflect on a day just last week when a surprise event transformed our drab routine into a celebration, a talent show organized by the inmates. Laughter echoed off the cold stone walls as we gathered in the rec yard, our usual tensions momentarily forgotten. I recall Marcus stepping into the spotlight, his strong exterior melting away as he recited a poem that resonated deeply with all of us. Jasper showcased his artwork, transforming each piece into a vibrant narrative of hope. The prison felt alive, a testament to our resilience. As I observed my fellow inmates sharing smiles and applause, I realized that these moments of joy, however fleeting, ignite a sense of belonging and warmth. In a place designed to isolate, we created an oasis of camaraderie, reminding us that even in darkness, happiness can flourish. Chapter 13, Facing the Future. Marcus Stone Johnson. As I sit on my cot, the dim light filtering through the small window, I can't help but ponder what lies beyond these crumbling walls. The sound of clanging doors echoes in my ears, a constant reminder of the confinement I've known for so long. I think of the outside world, the sun shining brightly, children laughing, and freedom to forge my own path. Yet fear coils tightly around my heart. What if the world has moved on without me? What if I can't escape the shadows of my past? Each day, I watch my fellow inmates pursue small victories, nurturing the glimmers of hope that keep us resilient. We share our dreams of life after prison, huddled together like a makeshift family. I long to be more than my mistakes, to make amends not just to myself but to those I love. With every day that passes, the horizon grows clearer, reminding me that redemption is always within reach.